All right, welcome back, everyone. It looks like our issues have been solved, and we have a game now between Pigzs and the Hippomaniacs.
About to kick off already. Look at this. Both teams have been playing each other a lot recently. Both teams very prepared. The five-man smoke.
Yeah, they find the big boy Mitch right up front. Oh, look at that three-man LSA coming out from Noob. Already starting off real nice. Mitch taking a lot of harass here. Muff does need to be a little bit careful. They're really kind of hard committing to push them out, but do have LeBron nearby. Noob, they're going to be able to go and secure this rune.
They might still go into battle again. Muff is scouting out.
I don't know. You see all this here.
No protection.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go back in. Sandy opening up there with a cast. DNZ getting taunted right back in. It's a really nice stroke of fate. DNZ, is he going to be able to make it out alive? No, he is going to be the first blood, but down goes Muff shortly after. And Senny and Mambos. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Senny. I don't think he's going to make it out alive here. Oh, Fairy Fire. I don't think they realized that was coming in, so he's just going to let Roshan take his life.
Nice Fairy Fire play. Noob was so happy. He's like, yes, I'm getting a kill for my null talisman. Guy Fairy Fires lives. And he actually backs away, misses his whole block. So shouldn't matter too much in the matchup because he is versus a Void Spirit. But either way, nice little Fairy Fire, cheeky play from the Witch Doctor. I think that's the right move from Hippomaniacs. I actually like how Pigzs is so ready for the five-man movement because I actually really want Hippomaniacs to come out starting the game ahead. So that was a nice, at least attempt for them to get that.
No, definitely. Whatever sort of, weird, not even weird, right? Just very, aggressive moves where they think that they've got the advantage early is going to be very, very important for them. Oh, man, Tepec is taking a lot of harass and damage down here. That Ion Shell is nice, but it doesn't seem like it's doing, that we hear T-Gov on the panel, just like, Ion Shell, invisible hero in 2021 lol, basically.
Yeah.
But
Level 1 Ion Shell is pretty underwhelming. He actually did a lot more damage than I thought he would be able to. They stood under the whole duration of it, but yeah, definitely problematic as Tipic.
Bottom lane, nope. They don't have the Stroke of Fate, I don't think.
I used it initially, couldn't quite get onto him, but they're, putting a lot of pressure, clearing the waves constantly. And they're about to hit level 2, they're gonna jump on him.
Oh, the pounds with the Inkswell will be able to connect. They need just a little bit more damage. I don't think a little pleb, he'll find it. We'll turn back around, try to put a little harassing damage over onto LeBron, but again, he's just a little bounty hunter. What's he gonna do?
Yeah, this lane does not look like it's gonna get easy at all. As it's a constant kill threat. The Grimstroke plus that Slar can kill either one of them as they step up. Double melee versus this is not fun. Top also does not look very fun for Ricky. You have decent base damage, but Underlord thrives versus that, especially when he has a Rubik at the side. Although Fade Bolt, of course, doesn't reduce as much anymore. Still does start to add up, and they can actually force the wave in a lot harder on this top lane than Hippomaniacs is. Like, Hippomaniacs can't actually push the lane out at all, so they're always going to be under pressure. And mid, same thing. So 3 matchups that look pretty hard in the lanes for Hippomaniacs.
That definitely does not bode well for them. What's the actual statistic on, how many, if you win your lanes versus the probability of actual success?
If you win all 3 lanes, I want to say it's like upper 90s. Like most of the time, these games are very determined. If you win 3 lanes, there's just not a whole lot the other team can do. As Muff almost gets a courier, can't quite though.
I like how they're hiding them. They're having a little courier party off to the side because they know that he's on the hunt.
That is probably the only, God, I'm just gonna flame Bounty Hunter. I shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna. That's probably the only thing Bounty Hunter can do is snipe couriers most of the game. Hero feels underwhelming as Muff getting gone on.
Yeah, just another pounce, another Inkswell. It even tries to speed him up, but he can't do anything. This bottom lane is just a disaster when you consider that this Slark is having the time of his life. In fact, go back in again. They see
they're gonna go again.
Gonna start getting off a couple of these hits. Is they gonna try to go for the pounds here? Tepec trying to run away. They hold on to it just long enough here that they can go and collect yet another kill. Oof. Not looking good for the Hippos.
This might be a very disastrous game as mid also Noob getting aggressive on Mambos. Might get the kill with the Dragon Slave.
Curry? Yeah, Mambos just barely surviving here. Same thing with Curry here in the top lane as well. Both of these lanes. If you're a
all 3 lanes.
Man, you're happy right now. Oh my gosh.
And he gets him. He hung around. At tower pressure at 3 minutes.
Oof. Same thing in the bottom lane. Rinse and repeat, though. The Inkswell connecting on both of them. Pleb is gonna just hop away, though. Doesn't want to get chased down by Muff, but he can go right back in again.
they at least push them a bit away from the lane since it's level 2 Ion Shell. They push them away. They're able to take out the Sentry Ward at the very least.
We've got some positive things going on, for sure.
Yeah. Mambo's trying to get aggressive mid with this Haste Rune. Aether Remnant off the mark. Has to stop the aggression.
I mean, they do force out a TP at the very least. Doesn't finish connecting through, but yeah, this bottom lane, it feels very problematic indeed. Is it better for, like, I'm not even sure what to do. Can you rotate Muff? Like, he doesn't really have the levels to go and try to, you know, poke around the other lanes.
No, I don't think he really can rotate just yet. When Void Spirit hits 6, then he can, but Mambos is so far behind, he won't help mid at all. He can look to maybe go toward top. I think that actually might be the best option for him at this point because of how disastrous bottom is, but he doesn't have boots, so he probably just feels very, very bad about making those type of movements still, as the bounty runes will be spawning, and they'll at least be able to secure what looks like 2. Nah, Muff's a little afraid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It feels very, it's hard, right? Because normally I like to see the supports rotating around the 5-minute marks, trying to make things happen, maybe go towards the mid lane for a gank. But it's just, they can't. They're really pinned into these lanes where they can't leave them, because if they leave, then they're probably just going to end up, you know, feeding a different lane.
Yeah. I think Muff could actually, maybe waiting till level 3 Ion Shell, it's quite a ways away for them, but maybe then he can Ion Shell the bounty and the bounty can TP top and they can try to salvage the Riki, because bottom is looking like constant kills onto the Darkseer and the Bounty Hunter.
They even have the dust. Look at this. And Lil Pleb, he wants to go back in. Needs to be a little bit careful here. There's the Shuriken, so he got too greedy. That's a kill for the Bounty Hunter, but Stroke of Fate, nope, doesn't connect. So this little Bounty Hunter's going to be able to finally walk away with his first kill.
Mid, Mambos, there's Laguna.
There is indeed. But no follow-up at this time just yet.
Radiant's top tower.
But forces him out of lane, secures the bottom rune for himself with the Rubik checking. Mambos is level 5, Noob is getting close to level 7. This is a pretty massive disparity. Top, we haven't glanced at too often either, but it's similar Mitch owning and Mambos.
Cuts down the trees. There's the Laguna Blade to the face. Couple bounces coming out here from Sunny. I know he does not want to stick around here as LeBron finds a kill on Muff. So, and that's a double kill in the bottom lane.
Oh my god. It's a disaster.
It is unraveling for sure. Our poor observer is trying to swing around. He's like, where do I look? There's so much happening. And unfortunately, none of it is going the way of the Hippomaniacs.
No, and this is not the way that they want to start the game off with their draft. As we all said, this is a game where if they start to fall behind, their heroes don't really do damage. Their heroes are going to be completely negated, as Curry is actually dropping very low top, trying to keep this tower alive as long as possible. But yeah, their lineup just really is going to fall apart with damage very quickly, especially into this Slark who can reset constantly, and Underlord who's very tanky. Maledict is going to be one of their better functions with this Void Spirit to actually deal damage to any of these heroes, but this Void Spirit completely out of the game for the time being.
It's definitely not a hero that you want to fall behind either.
No. At least they got little Pleb to one spot him from him misplaying so far.
It's true. Definitely good that they were able to make something happen, because the bottom lane has been just very difficult to see the look of concentration on their faces, though.
Yeah. Like LeBron's about to be level 6. The Slark is already 6. It's 7.5 minutes. Like, usually that's not happening to your 10-minute mark for the support. And they've been splitting experience the whole time, so it's insane how they're both actually just straight up level 6 because of how much they've gotten down bottom, how many kills they've been able to just find over and over again. There's another one.
Oh gosh, another one yet again. The silence with the stroke, and the clicks come out from Lil Pleb. Ooh, tips coming out over in the middle lane. Mambos, though, does manage to jump forward, grab himself up a rune. Is it going to be enough? Is he going to be able to stay alive? It looks like he's going to be able to survive this. Muff, I'm not sure, is going to be as lucky. They don't have the vision, though. Mambos considering going back in. Sunny also joining in the throng here. DNZ getting drawn back. Noob waiting patiently. They go. They land that Maledict. This is going to be a dead DNZ, but it's going to be maybe a dead Mambos. No, he's still alive. Both of these hippos barely making it out with their lives, and they find themselves some kills, showing some signs of life.
Yeah, they need anything they can get as bottom, as we've stated, an absolute disaster. 7 free Agi, more than halfway to his Diffusal Blade as top, Curry.
And just this rotation from Lil Pleb, he was allowed to click Mitch just too many times. He is not going to be able to walk away from this, I have a feeling. Look at that. No vision needed.
Your stains
Nice timing by
LeBron's got to be
LeBron.
real happy about that.
Yeah. Nearly level 7 Grimstroke. He actually Inkswell's little pleb before the TP, so as soon as he jumps, Inkswell connects on the Ricky, and just continuing their domination. 11-3. All 3 cores dominating their counter matchups by almost double, in fact, on some of them.
We're about 9 minutes in with a 5K net worth lead already.
Let's see.
They
Mid,
X up?
they want to try to surround Noob.
Oh, they don't
He
quite
dodges the
manage to
first.
land that Remnant. They do manage to land the other spells, though. She turns back around, and there it is. Gets a kill right before dying to Mombos. But while this happens, top tower goes down. So, you know, little things, though, right? They're finding little things that, you know, they're able to do. It's still very difficult. In fact, Curry needs to be insanely careful here. Don't have any detection, luckily, but look at this. They suspect something might be going on.
They're very well aware.
They are very
DNZ?
indeed. DNZ, though, is he's going to try to walk outside of the tricks of the trade. He's going to go down over in the pit. Down goes the Witch Doctor. LeBron grabbing up the bounty rune now, and Lil Pleb's going to join right back in. He says, don't touch LeBron. Isn't going to be able to, unfortunately, save him. But you know what? You don't need to cast spells when you already have one cast on you, although he's silenced up the taunt. Tricks of the trade comes out. This could be very good for them. Lil Pleb, though, he wants his final hit. He can't get it. Curry, he's able to just blink strike away. Mambo's hot in pursuit, has 1 Aether step left if he wants to try to use it. But looks like he's going to allow him to walk away.
Not too bad, not too bad. Any type of havoc they can cause on the map, I think it's best for them, even though they're not getting a whole lot out of it. It's just making Spider-Pigs just be off of their game for a bit because they're so far behind at the start here. I think anytime that they can see that Noob is split away from his team, they should do exactly what they did there. Collapse on him with like 3-4 heroes. Now they at least have MUF with track, so they can actually get something out of those big rotation kills if they do overcommit. So just keep causing havoc. Now start using your Ion Shell at its maximum. We have the level 7, so it's the maxed Ion Shell. Start throwing it on the Ricky, start throwing it on the Bounty, start throwing on the Void Spirit, start running at heroes. Do not let Spider-Pigs do what they want to do.
A lot of attention coming down to this bottom tower. They do have Mitch already in position, though. One of the better heroes of being able to just spam out the wave, but he does have to be careful. And again, we talked about that Maledict coming off from Zenny. It's been really very, very important in a lot of these fights.
Yeah, we have a Diffusal Blade already finished on Lil Pleb, as well as Treads. He's level 9 with 9 Agi. He's going to look to go fight. He can kill anybody on the map now with absolute ease.
Good lord, this Lena.
He's also going to be able to... Yeah, he's also going to be able to scout out the ward vision, so he knows that they have vision in his jungle at the moment. LeBron will be able to counter that one if he's able to find the ward. Then he will.
So much movement in this bottom half of the map right now.
Lil Pleb is really close with the Faded Brooch and the Diffusal, so I don't think that they can actually persist now on Hippomaniacs. They probably got to back up and try to get themselves a little bit of farm. But any type of downtime doesn't feel good for them still. I feel like they have to be causing some havoc with this track, just getting any types of kills, because this just... The game plan, their team fight is just not there when they're going to actually meet up versus Spider-Pigs, when Spider-Pigs looks to set up and push towers.
Right. And at the very least, they're not losing anyone or anything else right now, but you can see the pressure is definitely placed down here on this middle tower. Muff throws out the track, but I like the way that they're playing this. They step back. He's got his own blade here.
Here
You
comes
can always
Lil Pleb.
follow up. Yep, Lil Pleb spotting out Muff, sees that he could be an easy pick-off, and they use the Maledict. They don't manage to finish him off, though, as the Slark jump force has his eyes over here onto Mambos. They do have that Ion Shell, though, which is doing a decent chunk of damage. They're just pushing it past this tower right now. Setting up over here on the Darkseer. They'll be able to go and land the stun to Pigzs down. And it looks like that's going to be it for now. It feels almost like they're fake backing, though. Lil Pleb feels like he kind of wants to go back in, but...
He can always rinse and reset and look for any target that is alone. Hippomaniacs has to really play around when they see heroes isolated and just go for those plays, because straight up fights, when they're at even numbers, they're going to get completely owned in. If they can see when Mitch is alone, like this right now bottom, this is a really good kill for them. If they can dodge out the Grimstroke, they'll have to settle for LeBron, because he does break the smoke, but a nice attempted move from Hippo to set up for bottom. And they might, maybe can get Mitch still if he stays too long.
It's a little track goal, too. That always feels pretty good.
Yeah, anything that they can get, any kills is really good for them right now. Just try to slow down Spider-Pigs is the entire idea of the game.
Well, Mitch still staying in the bottom lane, hugging that tower for the most part. Being able to, of course, push out the waves is always very nice. And right now, the Spider Pigs are holding on to all of their tier 1 towers.
Under attack.
No push. That's yeah. For Hippo, there's just no heroes that hit towers at all. 3 melee cores, unable to actually poke it. LeBron looking to dive mid, but there's going to be rotations.
There is a rotation indeed coming out. Tepek is also here, but again, they're going to join up here with Lil Pleb. LeBlanc and is absolutely just fine. They steal the track as well. They're going to be able to get a little bit more money. It's a beautiful wall vacuum, though. They managed to go take down LeBron. Tepek trying to run away. Muff just going to TP out. Do they have anything to stun him up? No, they do not have it at this time. Tepek still trying to run. Lil Pleb, they want this. Look at it. DNZ making his way over here. They just need a little bit more damage. One more hit will do the trick. And that's, I think, what, 2 track kills now? Thanks to the Rubik's stealing?
And I cannot believe, but he steals track, and he's playing versus Ricky and Bounty Hunter, so it's just going to be even more beneficial for him to get track on these targets. Low Pleb, trying to hop away. Curry's here.
Needs to be careful. Ooh, the root into place. He cannot
Nice smoke.
survive it, though. Down he goes. Laguna comes out, though, and they'll find themselves a kill on Curry.
Big kill on Lil Pleb, though. Senny's the one who gets the last hit for it, but Spider Pigs.
Look how aggressive
looking to
they are.
push
They're not
forward.
afraid here. You know, they click Mitch. Doesn't seem too
lot of
worried
Maledict.
about it. And one of the casks, again, we talked about the Maledict, doing some of this damage, followed up, though, with the hold. Down goes Mitch. And I think with his death, they have to back off at this point. They're getting a little bit too bloodthirsty.
They have to wait for the Slark to respawn before they push forward too hard as Mabos.
They're pushing really hard here. DNZ with the lift. Turn right back around again. Coconut getting a bounce or two. Noob trying to run away. He does not want to die here. Turns back around. Nope. Tepek finds a kill onto Noob. DNZ also next to fall. Lil Pleb is here, though. He's joined into the fight. Gets a kill on Senny. He's going to chase after Tepek now. They do have that. Oh, beautiful. Just leashing them up together. But the Aether Remnant will draw Lil Pleb back in. He's got Dust, though. He knows where Curry is. He's going to try to chase back in. The wall gets dropped, though. Shadow Dance is going to have to get used as well. Lil Pleb, he needs to be so careful. That Ink Squad's doing so much, and they're sitting so very low, but they just can't seem to finish him up. Mitch coming in hot, though. Will be able to go land that pit. And one more hit down. Finally goes Muff, but the other heroes on the side here of Hippos also very low, except for Tepek, obviously. But it must be very frustrating to have your teammates just going a little bit too early and then just show up maybe a little bit too late at the same time.
I love me some good 5v5 fights that last 2 minutes. Both teams just really wanting to constantly keep fighting. So when you see, you can tell the teams have played versus each other so much in scrims and in tournaments. There's 31 kills at 16 minutes. It's pretty insane. And that was actually, it doesn't look phenomenal because the gold still is leading for Spider Pigs, but all that was pretty decent for Hippomaniacs. They have to just keep causing this chaos and allowing Senny to use his Maledict 3-4 times in the fights with 18-second cooldown. He actually got 3 Maledicts off. 1 whiffed, but either way, they can make a lot happen with it. They just need to keep causing this havoc somehow. Don't let Spider Pigs just keep getting this farm with this amazing lineup.
God, I feel like, when you're playing your pubs and they have the MVP at the very end of the match and the honorable mention.
Yeah.
I feel at the very least that this Witch Doctor definitely is going to get an honorable mention for the amount of times that he's had to land this Maledict.
Yeah, maybe just Maledict gets the honorable mention.
There you go. All right, Lil Pleb waiting patiently over on the top lane. Feels like they want to make some sort of moves, considering he is paired up with his partner in crime. Bottom lane, though, they have a track over on DNZ.
Lil Pleb's it's all about aggression and matching moves because of how farmed he is at the start. He knows he can go to all those, and the man's got 13 permanent agi. You don't see those numbers usually until the way later stages of the game. It's 17 minutes and he has this already, so getting close to his ags too, so further reach to be able to catch on these targets with the ink swells. It's gonna be really beneficial for him.
Muff is creeping around here.
They really want to try to get this tower on Hippomaniacs. DNZ, though, and Mitch doing their exact jobs. These two are the ones that actually spam out the waves.
Yeah, they saw him thanks to the sentry, so Noob is going to make his own rotation. Do get a nice wall vacuum, but that's not really that effective, honestly. Tepek is going to try to run away. They have the Yules. They held onto it patiently. LSA coming through, and the top lane, too. Looks like they're going to be able to get a kill on Curry as well.
Uh-oh. Hippomaniacs starting to let up a little bit too much of their pressure, and they get pressured back, going too far down bottom.
Oh, Senny.
Giving the opportunity. Now again, top Senny shows.
Yeah, that's a dead Senny.
Well, that's the Aghanims now for Slark. And that makes Witch Doctor's life pretty miserable for the rest of this game.
I mean, the game was already pretty miserable for poor Witch Doctor, but this is just making
true.
it on extra legendary mode, basically. How long can he survive? Big question. Mumbos, of course, does pick up the Yules, so does have a way to set up if he's able to get the jump on someone. In fact, he does manage to find DNZ. They've got their own sentries down, so this could be very nice for them as they go. They get a steal, has his dissimulate tool, jump over to the high ground, but again, we talked about the Yules. It's up and running. Can they grab him in time? No, it's not looking like they're going to be able to get the find. There it is. Muff. Collecting another track kill.
Track money. Lil Pleb now has Ags, meets toward mid. He wants blood for them killing his friendly Rubik.
I love that you sing
All
that
of
every
her
time.
balls. Huh?
I love how you sing that every time.
Track money. I mean, it is. They need to get like 50 track kills to have any hope with this lineup at the moment. As I mean, Curry, he still doesn't have the Battle Fury, which is huge problems for them.
There are many problems for them, but yes, that is definitely top of the list, I think. They're just having difficulty finding room around this map. Mombos, though, will be able to go grab up the illusion rune. If they're ping, the ping comes out. Mitch playing over in the danger zone.
He's just
here.
the wall. Look at Mitch. He's literally the wall. He's like, go on me. I have Yules, I have Greaves. Like, I'll be able to counteract your Maledict and everything, at least a bit. As there we go.
Yeah.
He's a catch.
Go try to jump forward here. Let's go pop the illusion rune, but okay, beautiful wall vacuum combo again, but it just doesn't do much of anything. Mambo's first to go down. Muff is going to be next. Tipek running away. Does have the Yules. Noob has played this so well. Follow up with the LSA, Pit of Malice, everything. Noob gets a double kill.
Every time. He just waits till as soon as the Surge gets casted, immediately dispels it with the Yule, sets up. That's the third or fourth or fifth time I've seen him be able to set it up. And great positioning for the way this fight starts, right? Mitch perfectly standing in between his team and the enemy team, gets the pit off. They even Yules into an Aether Remnant comment, I believe it was, from DNZ to catch Mombos immediately before he can do anything.
Oh, Senny. This is not looking good for the Witch Doctor. LeBron will get the final hit off, and he even manages to find Muff. Guys, there are so many buildings still up. What you doing, little pleb? You getting a little bit too sassy here. Luckily does have that axe, so he can go and just flip-flop away, little fishy.
Domination at its finest.
You gotta be careful that you don't get too cocky, though, right? Sometimes you see teams throw a little bit because they start feeling too good and start getting too bloodthirsty.
This one's starting to feel like it's in the bounds of almost unthrowable, though. We've seen some really nice Darkseer combos, as you said it, but where's the follow-up? That's what I'm always missing when I see it's just a Darkseer. They need something that actually partners decently with it. They have literally no heroes besides just some Ion Shell carriers. There's no vacuum combo for them in these fights, so they're actually so lackluster in actual team fight potential because of that. They have pretty okay pick-off, but because of how poor those lanes went, it ends up being forced into these team fights all the times, and it's exactly what Spider Pigz wants.
Reminds me of the fact that, was it T-Gov on the panel who was saying that he thought Darkseer was very overpowered and needed a nerf?
If paired with the right heroes, it is very, very strong.
But if it's paired with the right heroes, isn't that less situational?
Yeah.
Not so much that it needs a nerf.
It is also what they picked it into, I'll be honest. The Darkseer into the Slark and into the Grimstroke, that's like a kill combo, which makes Darkseer's lane really hard, not something that he wants to play into. So it's a couple factors for sure. I like Darkseer right now too. This probably was one of the hardest lanes I think he could play into, especially with the Bounty Hunter at the back. If it
True.
Doesn't
they absolutely
help him.
dominated that lane.
Yeah.
It was very difficult.
Spike
But
Pigz.
gotten Aegis.
Now, Lil Pleb, with this Aegis, he's really going to just dive into those tier 4s even more.
Well, at least the tier 3 is down this time if he goes for the dive. Oh, but they do manage to take down Mumbos' courier, so that is going to make life a little bit more difficult. Senny is trying to throw up some wards over here on the side. Lil Pleb, though, hot on his heels, just manages to walk right into him. So that Voodoo Restoration is very cute, but not going to be enough to save you against the Slark. And they find themselves something else, too, as Noob over on the corner finds himself to peck. And just like that, two of the purple dudes on the side of Hippos go down.
They might catch another
Oh
Curry.
my god, DNZ. There's a problem when the Rubik is chasing you away. Look at this Noob with those boots of travel. Hot on his heels, wants this vision. They don't have the... Nope. They'll be able to find the Bounty Hunter. Let's say, do they have anything else, though? Do they have it? Yes. show himself here. Noob chasing him down. He's very, very fast. The LSA doesn't quite connect, but DNZ is here, and Little Pleb joins in the fight. But it's still going to be DNZ's kill.
Now Lil Pleb can just swing into finding... Oh, look, 2 more heroes for him. If he's able to spot the Void Spirit for a second, not quite able to. And Curry has to watch.
Curry has to be so careful. Shout out to the cores that buy their own dust. The ones that are bloodthirsty, jumping in there. Oh, he misses the courier too.
Yeah, the Storms, the Slarks, these type of mobile carries, I love when they pick up their own dust. Slark probably that's the most obvious one, he should always, but he actually didn't buy it, so no respect to Lil Pleb. DNZ actually bought it for him. Don't give him the credit when he doesn't deserve it.
Sorry. Shame on you, Lil Pleb. He just says, buy me the dust, DNZ, and DN says, yes, sir. Right away, sir.
He's like, I have 20 plus agi at 24 minutes. Buy me the dust. That's 20 agi.
It's insane.
I mean, Brian can probably say it too afterwards. Like, I don't think he's ever had 20 agi at the 24-minute mark. That's absurd.
Track is thrown out on you. They're trying to figure out how they get in here. And again, we saw some beautiful wall combos, but it just doesn't do much of anything. As again, we have the Aegis on Lil Pleb. He's just gonna jump forward. DNZ's courier does get taken down, so that is gonna be his Blink Dagger. But the step forward here from Mambos, again, it doesn't seem to really matter. Oh, the Guardian Greaves coming in clutch as they're able to go. Keep Lil Pleb nice and healthy. And it looks like they're just gonna back off here for a moment. Muff, they turn back around. They get the Soulbind off. It was a false back. Yule's coming out on both of them as they're setting up. We'll be able to get double Laguna Blade. Down goes Curry, down goes Muff. The buybacks are coming out now. The BKB is used over on Noob. They want to go back in, they go and they use a smoke, trying to get nice angles, but you don't have your team fight here. What are you gonna go in with? Mambo stepping forward, has his eyes on Noob, will be able to take down the Lina, so that's a good start. A couple of bounces with the coconut over onto side DNZ, though, trying to steal whatever he can. It's gonna be an ultimate coming out from the Witch Doctor. This Ricky's running around in circles and he just can't seem to do anything over here. Another leash comes out. That's gonna be a dead Curry. Down he goes. The Slark is still alive and kicking. He's very healthy, although the cast does get some really nice bounces, so it looks like they'll finally be able to take down the Aegis. They'll be able to go and take down Midge, but the Slark's coming right back up again, and he wants vengeance against Senny here. Does have to be a little bit careful. It is Slark against the world right now, but oh, nope, never mind. LeBron is here to peck, trying to run away. This Phantom's Embrace will be able to go slow him down. Another bounce coming out. Oh, the force step forward, though, up to the top. Lil Pleb's just going to be able to flip-flop around. He's thinking about going right back in again. Look at this. Look at the way he's chasing after Mambos. He wants to. He's regenning up.
If they weren't so far behind, they could have, like, you could see the potential for them getting these like swing arounds in the tracks attempting, but just being so far behind. There's a perfect time for them to jump with the Lina's BKB going down, but Little Pleb's just way too big.
Lil Pleb, he just does not care. There's a lot of damage coming out here. He needs to be careful to go too far, but oh, look at this. In comes Noob. He's gonna be able to go and provide some assistance. Mambo sitting on the low ground. Lil Pleb looking for this opening. The Yules is gonna come out. Noob getting into position with the LSA. Will be able to go and land it. Laguna Blade out, and down goes Mambos. Muff's not looking too healthy himself as they do have the BKB over here on Noob. The taunt, though, pulling him right back in again. Down goes Sunny. You just can't get these guys to leave. By squatters' rights, they own this base. Another Pit of Malice drop down, capturing 2. Z's trying to throw out some of these remnants.
They're 23,000 behind.
At 27 minutes. That's an oof. Oh, and he goes again. These remnants coming out from the Rubik 2 have been doing some major work, I have to say.
The cast range is just so ridiculous on them. Look at that mouse over. He can get them in the base from there.
That's so wild.
Look
Anything you can do, I can do better, says Rubik.
Yup. Arcane Supremacy, some fun stuff now with the new soul, with your new stone spells. Root.
Root with an Ink Swell on the back lines. Tepek will get landed here. They'll draw back over onto Mambos. Tepek is dead now. Muff trying to run away. They have dust on the Lina too, so down goes Muff. Good game. Well played. Gets called. So it felt like, you know, the Hippos never stood a chance here, unfortunately.